All right, so now what we're going to do is instead of having the shipping address being shown right here, we're going to add a little button underneath this, and when we click on that button, it's going to fade in the shipping address, and then we'll do something very similar for the building or the billing addresses as well. All right, so now let's go ahead and open up checkout.html, and I'm going to move this form, or actually let's keep it where it is for now, and I'll just put display equals to, or style equals display none. All right, so if I refresh, now it goes away. And what we'll do now is add a button underneath the current total. So let's actually tab some stuff in. So in here, current addresses. I'm going to go add, so href equals to just a hashtag, add new address. And we'll give it an ID of add shipping address. Okay. So now what's going to happen is when they click on shipping address, it's going to fade in the shipping address form. So we'll say, give this an ID of shipping address form. So in the jQuery right below all this stuff, we can put something new, and we'll say, we'll get the selector of getting the ID for the add shipping address. So if I scroll down, I've got this ID right here that we're going to select. That's what this is doing. We'll do click, and it's going to be a function. Actually, yeah, so in a function, then we are going to grab this ID, fade in. All right, so we refresh in here, click add new address, it fades in. Great, so that works. That's exactly how we want it to work too. So once it actually fades in, then we could probably even have it on fade toggle or something like that. So we could do toggle, fade toggle. So if I click on it, it will fade it in and out. So now that we've got that, it makes it a little bit cleaner for us. And then we could do the same thing for billing, but I'm not going to quite do that yet. But I just do want to check that I can still add a new address in here. So some test, Newport Beach. Make default, add shipping address. There we go. We've got a new shipping. Perfect. It still works. All right. So now it does look a little bit better, right? So when it's actually there, and even when we load it, we're going to have this, right? It's just going to always be clean and look like this. We might want to change the titles of these, but we'll just keep them for now. And then what I also want to do is if there are no current shipping addresses, so if I don't have any, then I should show the form, right? So what I'll do here is I'm going to say in the JavaScript or the jQuery itself, I'm going to put it in here. So end if. So if not current addresses, then we are going to fade toggle. And what we want to do then, I'm going to say if current addresses, just so we can see it in action. It fades in, notice that. All right. So if not, then it will show an address, add addresses. And then that will take place of what we've got here, which is good. That's what we want to see. We want to see the ability to add the addresses if they don't already have them. Now, of course, what's going to happen here is it will not show up if they don't have JavaScript enabled, but that's okay for now, just because we have it where it's functioning pretty well, and also a lot of things about this site wouldn't work very well if they weren't functioning. So what we want to do now is actually create a URL page where they can actually add addresses by itself. So if they go into their account and they can add new addresses there, they shouldn't only be able to add addresses in their shipping. So add new account, if we scroll down, this is where it's going to be, right? We should have a view for adding a shipping address. So let's go ahead and look into our views for accounts. And we scroll down, we've got add user address. right? So this could actually handle a view itself. It doesn't have to be just for pushing stuff, right? So like it can also be its own view. So instead of else raising this, I'm going to get rid of that. And I'm going to return render. And I'm going to use just a standard form page. So we've got form.html here. So we're going to return the request and form.html. And then we will just say that we want to put this form here. We can take it out of the request method itself. It doesn't have to be in the request method in this case. Request post or none. So then the context would equal to next page. Or no, sorry, we don't need the context in the next page because it's a get. We just need form being form. All right, so now that we've got this, we should check out whether or not that add address form actually works. So let's copy the view. We'll go into our URLs. And now this is probably going to be an accounts type of thing. So accounts URL r accounts slash addresses or address, and then we'll just call it add. Accounts.views.address user address name equals add user address. All right, so now going back into checkout, we are going to change this href to being URL double quotes add user address. All right, so that's going to take us there. So let's go ahead and check it out. Let this load for a second. Cannot import add user address. Parent model accounts views does not exist. So let's go and back into our views or URLs and take a look as to why. Got accounts accounts.views, not view. And we might need to restart the server here, so I'm going to do that real quick. Canceled the server out and go ahead and load the server back up. Click on add new address. It goes to a different area here, and it says unknown argument context. I'm so used to writing context out that we actually don't need to write context here. We could just leave the dictionary as context. So now it's showing our address. Perfect. So this is going to actually add that new address for us. So let's actually look at that form so we can see what we could do with this form as well. So inside of here, I can do h1, and I'll call this header text, or form title actually would be probably better than header text. Form title. And then submit button, we have that already, but I'll leave form title as a new one. So submit button will change to add new address. So as far as this is go, or save address, how about that? Submit button equals to save address. So we'll use this into our context as well. Put a comma here. I'm going to press enter here. Submit button equals to submit button. And the next one was form title. Form title equals to add new address. So form title is form title. There we go. So now if I refresh in here, we've got add new address and then save address. Perfect. If I click on it, it's going to give me those errors that we want to see. That's what we want. And now we want to actually change how this button works to where it doesn't actually go there, but it prevents it from going there because we have jQuery selected. So right here is where we're going to do it. We're going to pass an event, and event.prevent default. There we go. So I refresh. Now if I click on it, it has that new button for add shipping address. If I click on that, it's going to tell me what fields are required. And then we also have this next still. So it still is going to show next being checkout. So if we look in our view, it still is going to be doing this, right? So it's getting the next page. It'll still do that. It does all of that stuff. So let's go ahead and add a new address, 444 some street, city is not real, California, USA, 91111. Okay. Make default, save address, brings us right back into the checkout, which is exactly what we want to see. So that's something that is nice and dynamic for us. Something that I do see is this button is not allowing me to add a new address anymore, because when I click on it, the functions of it are not working, right? So if I go in the checkout, we've got, actually not sure why it's not showing up. So if let's go into the console and see what's going on. So if I click on it, it's actually not showing me anything. So let's go into inspect element here. And it's still doing the prevent default, but it is not toggling. Oh, of course, it is toggling this. But if the address form is already gone, right, so we have it being true, it's not going to show that up. So what we want to do is if address form is gone, then we're going to also not display this. So if address form, we will just go like this, and end if. Actually, no, we still want to show the possibility for them to add the address. So realistically, actually, we can get rid of what we did before, because we no longer need that. Because either way, if they want to add a new address after they've already decided, they should be able to. So added address being true, we actually want to get rid of. So let's go back into our view. But it is important for you to see it still, right? Like, it still makes sense as to why you could use this in other instances. So let's get rid of that. It's no longer there. So now when we go to add a new address, it's not going to actually show that. So I'm going to have an error. It's going to show me this add new address and the form errors that came through. And then if I add a new one and say, city of popcorn, I don't think that's a real city, but let's have some fun with it. And then some zip code and some number, make default, save address, it comes back, shows that new city, add new address, still rolls through, right? Because realistically, they should be able to add an address regardless of if they accidentally added a different one or whatever. And then it's going to automatically select which one they want, but they can obviously change how that looks and how that functions too. And then billing address, we will do the same thing in the next one.